Welcome back to the Miami Sports Vibes YouTube channel, everybody. Week 1 of training camp is in the books for the Miami Dolphins, and it was an exciting freaking week, to be honest with you. In the beginning, I was a little bit, not too excited for this Dolphin season because of we don't know which direction we're going, right? It's been a lot of stressful seasons leading up to it, but honestly, it's really hard to feel that way once you kind of see these practices start going and you see the highlights of these guys doing well and the notes of these guys doing well. And honestly, I'm back in, man. I'm ready to go. I do want to share my takeaways from the entire week of training camp, starting with day one. Day one, I noticed that Jalen Wright picked up right where he left off, which is an awesome sight to see. Obviously, winning a couple good battles there. Patrick Paul also had a good day on day one and had convincing wins over Chop Robinson and Bradley Chubb. I think that is big time. A guy like Patrick Paul going into year 2, it is essential for him to really be that guy. Obviously, Armstead is out, but he learned a lot from Teron Armstead. We're going to rely a lot on Patrick Paul this season. He plays that premier position on the offensive line. He's got to be good. So it's nice to see him do good. Jalen Waddle had an excellent day one and honestly an excellent week, man. He has been on target with Tua. The chemistry is there. They worked a lot together in the offseason. They did mention that a lot throughout the week. So it was a very good sight to see. Jalen Waddle also been taking out a couple of juggling exercises, I heard. So that's probably going to help him with the drop passes. Please, we need that, Jalen Waddle. Keep on doing your thing. Tua Tagovailoa speaking to the media after day one, addressing the situation with Tyreek Hill, saying that, it's still a work in progress, kind of an approach where it's like, stop saying that you're sorry, pretty much show us that you're sorry. A lot of people had some pushback on that. Me personally, I think it's cool, man. Like, Tua is going to be Tua. If he wanted to go say it to the people in the media and say it to Tyreek's face and, whatever it is, Tua is Tua. Be yourself. If you find it in your best interest to go and say that to the media, and so be it. You're either going to accept Tua or not accept Tua at the end of the day. So I have no problem with him being himself, being honest and straight up, because honestly, at least he's holding Tyreek Hill accountable. You're not hearing that from Mike McDaniel. So if Mike McDaniel isn't going to do it, I love that Tua, our quarterback, is doing so. Day 2, Jalen Waddle continues, to just shine. Like I mentioned, Zach Wilson also had a good day 1 and a really good day 2. He's another one that, has had a couple of interceptions here throughout the later half of the week. But towards the beginning, Zach Wilson had some solid days, which is good, pretty good news for the entire quarterback room. All right. We need these guys to get in sync. We need to have a competent backup quarterback. That is the plan when you brought in a guy like Zach Wilson. So it's nice to see him doing, pretty good things early on. The offensive line against our defensive line. The offensive line has not looked too well, I would say. They've had a couple flashes here with Patrick Paul and Jonah, but at the end of the day, the defensive line is just killing them. And honestly, think about it. You're going against guys like Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Kenneth Grant. I mean, Zach Sealer. It's going to be hard, but honestly, man, this is good for the offensive line. Going up against a defensive line at this caliber defensive line, it's only going to make them better. So iron sharpens iron here. It can only make them better. Minkah Fitzpatrick also has been awesome throughout this entire week, to a point on day 2 where he saw something and Tua went right to him immediately. I thought that was freaking awesome. Minkah kind of let him know that something that Tua did was obvious. He read it. He was all over it. And he's telling Tua to kind of change that approach. And I like that Tua immediately went to him in the middle of practice saying, tell me what you saw so I can adjust to that. Not waiting until after practice so we could fix this on film or just talk about it. Like, no, right then and there. I love Tua just asking him. That is some big boy stuff right there. Tua is growing up year after year, and he is just really, really impressing me from a leadership standpoint. So I love to see that from Tua. Day 3, we saw some solid improvements. Zach Wilson continues. Ewers finally had a good day from what I'm hearing. And then also Jalen Phillips mentioned that Chop Robinson can be a potential defensive player of the year candidate. I love to hear that, man. And Chop Robinson is kind of Jalen Phillips' backup in a way. So the fact that they just speak so highly of Jalen Phillips, and him and Bradley Chubb have both spoken highly of Chop Robinson, it's awesome to see. Day 4, this is when it was open to the public on Saturday. This is where everybody got excited. Everybody got to see these guys right in person. It started off with some bad news with Kader Kohu unfortunately going down with an injury. It remains to be seen how severe that injury is, but one can only hope that it is not, he doesn't miss an extensive amount of time. So prayer circle out for Kader Kohu, man. It's a position group that we desperately cannot afford to have any injuries. We need all the depth we can get when it comes to quarterback position. And Kader Kohu, honestly, was our best cornerback in the room, which is just devastating, man. We're already struggling within, and he goes down. So that was a tough pill to swallow. But Miami did bring in some reinforcements early on Saturday morning. They signed Jack Jones, cornerback, who was recently with the Las Vegas Raiders. And they also signed Mike Hilton, who was a cornerback with the Cincinnati Bengals. I thought those were 2 big-time additions. Obviously, they're not, huge splashes. They're not your Rasul Douglases of the world, but they're solid players with a track record and some experience that can help when you're talking about a cornerback room like we have right now, to be honest with you. Hilton played 16 games last year, racked up 73 total tackles, 12 tackles for loss, a quarterback hit, an interception. So he had some solid play for the Bengals. And then Jack Jones played 17 games, 16 starts, 69 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, including a pick 6. He's more of a guy who plays an aggressive brand of football from the cornerback position. Now, that can bite you in the behind sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but he's tough, he's physical, and he's an experienced cornerback. That can only help this Dolphins cornerback room right now. Like I mentioned, they're not guys that you're jumping out like, oh my God, Miami got, we really hit it home here. No, it's not. But they are guys that have some solid experience and can help this group, I think, in my opinion. It remains to be seen, though. We'll keep a close eye, see how these guys do, see how these guys adjust, see if we did hit a home run. But I kind of like these guys. I didn't look at Mike Hilton and Jack Jones and say, damn, we're dumb. What a dumb signing. Like, no, I think they're 1-year deals, and I think they can only help. But also from practice, I mean, Minkah Fitzpatrick with that beautiful interception highlighted all over Dolphins social media. I mean, the athleticism in that pick was incredible, man. Speaking of Jack Jones, he also had a crazy aggressive pass breakup that was caught on the Dolphins social media page. Check it out if you haven't, man. There's some nice freaking highlights throughout the entire week that just get you excited. Tua and Waddle also continue to have a nice connection in the practice, and Tua to Tyreek Hill. I mean, we didn't see it all week, but we did see it on Saturday. They connected for a deep pass. Love to see that. Our orange jersey guys, Benito Jones, Kader Kohu, and Devon Achane. These guys have been balling. They deserve the orange jerseys throughout the week. But listen, guys, week 1 is in the books. We are looking forward to the big day. And the big day is Tuesday. These are when the pads come on. These are when we're able to see guys hit each other, really get a better evaluation of this Dolphins team and where this Dolphins team is at. You can evaluate the offensive line better. You can evaluate where we are with the cornerbacks at this point in time. So Tuesday, circle it on your calendars, guys. This is when it gets going. But honestly, I'm excited. I thought this was a solid week 1 from the things I've heard. I've heard media from the coaches, from the players, from a lot of different media outlets. I've read up some great stuff throughout the week. I was very impressed from what I've been hearing, but a lot will be we'll get a better evaluation, I would say, next week's practice. Starting Tuesday forward. We'll see where the team is at. But honestly, man, I'm freaking excited. Week 1 of training camp is in the books. Let me know how you guys are feeling, Dolphin fans, in the comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please. I mean, what are you waiting for? I will have Dolphins content throughout the entire season, each and every week, right here on my channel. Keep it locked in here. I will catch you guys next time. Fins up, everybody. Enjoy. Peace.